everybody. Trying to do this thing with a little bit of mellow music in the background. See if we can a little trip hop, whatever. But anyway, welcome to Crypto Theist for March 7, 2018. A lot of red in the market today. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of red in the market today. A couple of things have contributed to that. A couple of developments. Specifically, there was a breach. Well, not even a breach. Don't get me to lying. That did not happen. There was an exploit that took place on Binance. Binance is not seeing any major attacks or successful major attacks until today, quite recently. So apparently on Binance, let me go ahead and pull it up here. There was a breach. Oh, it was already up. I was looking right at it. So yeah, there was a breach that took place. It was resolved. Binance did figure out what the exploit was, but basically, some individual got a hold of private keys through phishing. That's what Binance is currently saying. That individuals basically browsed websites or went to some exchange. Mock-up sites where basically they spoof the address of Binance and you put in your passwords and everything or whatever, and so they got access to the accounts of certain individuals, and then they purchased this currency. I can't even see if it's here right now. It's not even here right now. I can't remember the one. But they purchased some shit coin. It was some garbage coin that got pumped up or whatever. And then after that, they basically wiped wallets of individuals of all their altcoins, dumped it into this one particular altcoin, pumped it up, and then the person who was holding, I guess a good majority of that altcoin, just basically left the market and sold all of his. So basically, it was kind of a manipulated pump and dump scheme that went down. But anyway, to make a long story short, Binance figured out the problem. They were alerted by the community in enough time to reverse the transactions, so everybody was able to get their crypto back, their money back. Close call, but we made it through. But even though we made it through, as you can see here, Bitcoin took a serious dive as a result of that news, and I believe some other news as well. The SEC is still playing the same game, still doing the same. Still doing a lot of the same manipulation of the market by spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Let's go ahead and look at what the market is doing right now. Okay, so like I said, it's a sea of red. I'm surprised that a couple of these Cardano is down 14%. That's crazy, 14%. So something is going on there. EOS is down 11%. Ethereum Classic down 14%. Like, you're seeing double digits across the board, as well as a current market cap of only 371 billion, where yesterday we were at 400 billion. So a lot of people have left this market. I read another article today that talked about Google searches for cryptocurrency and altcoins and whatnot are an all-time low, potentially indicating that individuals are backing out of the market or have been discouraged by a lot of the tactics that have been employed on a variety of sides. But we still have, like I said, a market cap of 371 billion. Those people got into cryptocurrency early, before this past December, before the run up in the fall and the winter of 2017. Have still have gains. May not have the gains that they had, a week, 2, 3 weeks ago, but they still have gains. We aren't seeing, a mass exodus out of cryptocurrency. We're just seeing a lot of people, I feel, who have weak hands, who didn't really, who came with the intention of getting rich quick, and the market is not acting the way that they anticipated. So I believe that's what's happening. Back to the SEC's comment. Let me go look. Normally I have these things pulled up, but But yeah, I had to shut down my computer, restart. It was acting weird. But yeah, Bitcoin just tanked below 10,000 after SEC says crypto exchanges must register with the agency. So what's happened is the SEC is basically, they've been tightening this vice. First, they were talking about they were going to leave cryptocurrency alone, how they figured out how they're going to address it. Then, they tightened down a little bit and said, okay, certain cryptocurrencies are going to be policed, other cryptocurrencies are not going to be policed. Now they're tightening it down that much more, and they're basically saying, a statement was made last week, basically stated by the SEC chair, saying that he has seen no tokens, no ICOs that are being offered that do not look like securities. And I knew this was coming. I knew this was going to happen. I told you this was going to happen. But basically, they're saying because all these tokens operate like securities, they need to be regulated as such, and they're cracking down on all these domestic markets. All of these domestic exchanges are going to be policed in a way that they have not been policed before. ICOs need to register with the SEC. Exchanges need to register with the SEC. Everybody has to bend the knee to the SEC and pay them their due diligence and this, that, and the third in order for them to operate unrestricted and unfettered on American soil. So you're seeing an exodus. You're seeing a bunch of individuals trying to figure out what they're going to do with their crypto, how they're going to trade it, where they can trade it. An exchange like going through, an issue like Binance did earlier today definitely doesn't help things. So we have a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt being spread by those individuals outside of crypto, and then we have some developments, some natural growing pains that are happening within crypto that are affecting how it's being perceived and how it's reacting, in the marketplace. All right. Additionally, another story that I came across is South Korea is prohibiting officials from holding or trading cryptocurrency. Now, while this may look like a bad thing for cryptocurrency, I really think it's a good thing, and I think it's something that should be emulated here in the United States, or at the very, very least, there needs to be a declaration. A bill is being advanced in our government currently that is going to require all future presidents to release their tax returns. I believe a similar bill should be enacted in regard to cryptocurrency. I would like to know what politicians hold what cryptocurrencies so we can understand where their allegiance lies. We already have a bunch of confusion and corruption that goes on as a result of the obfuscation of the holdings of the politicians that we have in power right now. There are people who are basically paid by lobbyists by lobbyists from the arms industry, from the pharmaceutical industry, from the alcohol industry, from a variety of industries, that fossil fuel industry, from a variety of industries that have their own personal interests in regard to passing legislation. I have no doubt that cryptocurrency is going to be the very next thing that individuals use as a means to obscure who's talking to them, who's telling them, what to vote for or what legislation they need to advance. So South Korea took a very, very good step in regard to prohibiting the holding and the trading of cryptocurrency. I think something needs to be similarly enacted here in the U.S. All right. I'll hopping back and forth. Sorry, checking out my feeds and everything. Okay. I also want to talk a little bit about what happened with Neo. Neo went through some stuff this past weekend. Apparently, there was a hit piece blogger who made a bunch of false claims that he recanted earlier today. He recanted them in part. Basically, he was wrong in his assertion that Neo was broken technology. However, he does state that Neo does have some faults in regard to how it deploys its blockchain, and basically, like I said before, this is all new technology. This is all being developed. This is all being worked on, and China wouldn't be backing Neo the way that it does, if it was as faulty, as some of the claims are being made. So Anyway, to make a long story short, we just need to hold. We just need to maintain. I have no doubt that a lot of this fear and uncertainty that's being pushed on a variety of levels is designed to push down prices of cryptocurrency. So those individuals who are in power and have the money and the wherewithal and the ability to lose a little bit of cash to gain a ton of cash, later on down the line, they're willing to drive these prices down so they can scoop up as much cryptocurrency as they possibly can. Because remember, the only way that they can gain access to cryptocurrency is if you let go. If you stop holding, that's whenever they can start taking. And so by driving down the markets, by causing mass fluctuations in regards to the price of Bitcoin and these other altcoins, by sponsoring hit pieces, by also sponsoring exploits and invasions of exchanges and other cryptocurrencies. Excuse me. By sponsoring exploits of other exchanges and other cryptocurrencies, you're going to see, a lot of people run. And when the people run, that's whenever the wealth gets transferred upward. Okay? So if you have crypto, hold on to it. Like I said, Bitcoin is not going anywhere anytime soon. It's not reduced in price beyond. Once we get down to, now Bitcoin is suddenly worth $1,000 or whatever. Make your own financial decisions, in all honesty. You know what you came in at. You know what you're getting out at. You know what you're getting involved in right now. If this is a good time to enter the market, if you're trying to get bargain basement prices, a sea of red is a great dip. It's a great time for you to buy because it will rebound. We've seen these dips in March annually. For some reason, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure whether or not, you have the whales who are manipulating the market because they know that a bunch of tax money has come in here in the U.S., or if there's something going on some kind of global level where there's a perfect storm of reasons as to why individuals are selling at this time of year. But then what we see after March is, is a run up. Historically, that's what we see. Okay. As far as the markets are concerned, I do want you to be aware of the fact that decentralized markets are coming. So even though the SEC can say, hey, you can't trade these tokens on your exchanges because they're being viewed as securities and you aren't technically a securities exchanging platform like the NASDAQ or the Dow, what happens is, if with a decentralized exchange, is they would have to go to each and every person that's trading on that exchange and tell them to stop trading crypto. They can't do that. That's not possible. The exchange is decentralized. It's controlled. It's not controlled by any one entity. So it's going to be harder to police. So we're going to see more and more of these decentralized exchanges pop up. This is the future of cryptocurrency, and this is what they cannot stay ahead of. So hold on. Just hold on to what you got. Make sure that you're making sound financial decisions that are in the best interest of you and your financial future. But don't run, because that's when those who have had power, those who have had control over the economic system of the world via fiat, that's how they can reach in, they can grab and take what they want, okay? So just maintain your course. That brings me to my final thing. I finally finished the first video that's in my cryptocurrency crash course. You can find it if I can pull it up here. All right, it's a cryptocurrency core camp, and there's only one video there right now. There's going to be a second video up by Friday. I'm gonna put my vocabulary video, an expanded vocabulary video, up there. But right now, it's just what is cryptocurrency. So if you go to my YouTube page and if you go into my playlist, I have a new playlist called Cryptocurrency Core Camp, and I'm going to start adding information about cryptocurrency, how to get into cryptocurrency, how to set up a wallet, how to get onto an exchange, how to purchase, how to trade and whatnot. I won't tell you what trades to make necessarily. This is just a general overview in regard to what cryptocurrency is. And so I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, there are a bunch of people selling, this information, for, $10, $20 on Udemy and some Udemy course. And I could have done a quick cash grab like that, but I don't want to do that. What I'm trying to do is basically inform. If you are really evangelical about this space, if you really believe cryptocurrency is supposed to change the world for the better, then yeah, just letting people know the basics, I feel is kind of crass. Like, I'm not gonna. I'm trying to introduce you to something new, something that you're already uncertain about, and then I'm trying to make a money grab about it. I'm not going to do that. All right. So go check out, the Cryptocurrency Core Camp. Check out that first video that I put out there for you. Again, there's another one coming next week, and as I promised, I want to keep on putting these videos out until people can understand, until people can begin to appreciate how this technology can change their lives and can wet their feet with it. All right, you don't have to hop in. While there are opportunities to make a large amount of money through crypto by investing in the right ICOs and swing trading and doing all of these financial games with the system, the whole core of the technology is to give you financial agency, to give you freedom to bypass the banking system, bypass the fiat system games and begin to empower yourself to where you are the bank. You are trading with people directly for cryptocurrency in exchange for goods, services, what have you. That is our responsibility if we are getting into this market. Making money is great, but financial freedom, financial agency is what is going to propel this world forward. That's my responsibility to educate you so you can educate others, okay? That's how you respect the tech. Lastly, the Litecoin giveaway, is full ahead again. I made the announcement, on Monday. So, if you have people joining, have them, join or tag themselves, on Monday's video. And also, make sure they reference you. They at you. So if someone subscribes, make sure they reference who sent them. Okay, because like I said, next week, at the end of next week, the week right before the weekend of my birthday, my 39th birthday. I'm going to be giving away $50 worth of Litecoin to whoever can bring the most females to the table. And I'll be tallying it up. Like, I'm going to tally it up on a Google spreadsheet, and I'm going to tally up all the mentions, and everything is going to be transparent and public. So on that Monday video, whoever you bring, have them mention you. Have them watch that Monday video, subscribe to that Monday video. You should subscribe, hit that bell so you know whenever I go live. And then, have them reference your name. And if, your reference, more than anybody else is, I'm going to be adding up the points, for the individuals, who are there. If your reference more than anybody else is, and you win that $50 worth of Litecoin. I'm not doing a random giveaway this time. Like I said, my objective is to get more females in this space. So if it's a female, I'm going to be giving 2 points. If it's a male, I'm giving 1 point. But at the end of next week, on next Friday, I will be tallying up all the points of all of the mentions that were made on Monday's video. What's today? Today is 7th, so March 5th. The video on March 5th. Whatever, I can't remember what I was talking about March 5th, but it was definitely something crypto. But if you go and you tally up everything, for when I go, I'm going to tally up all of those mentions on March 5th's video on the YouTube channel, and then I'm going to, give away that 50 Litecoin to somebody lucky. All right. So that being said, continue to tweet about, the Crypto Theists, continue to, bring people into the fold. We have over 300 members in the Facebook group and growing. We have, I have followers growing, a bunch of mentions on Twitter, from last time. I got a bunch of people joining up. I'm trying to hit that $1,000 mark, because once I hit that, not $1,000, I'm trying to hit that 1,000 member mark on YouTube, because once I hit that 1,000 member mark, we can do some spectacular things. Okay. So, and that's another thing too, another side plug. I'm doing a new video series, just basically focusing on life. I don't talk about crypto or anything crypto related. So for those people who just want to get to know me a little bit better, a friend of mine, Eric Barstow, we've been friends for a while. We have a nice little chat, driving to and from work here at Duke. So you can just tune into my regular Facebook page. Just look for Joseph Brandon Johnson. It's a public Facebook profile. So yeah, just tune into that regular page, and you can get to know me, get to know some of my philosophies in regard to religion, sexuality, politics, gun control. Like, we talk about everything. I mean, given not in every single ride, we try to pick a topic and we talk about that particular topic. But it's taken off. As a matter of fact, it might even be doing better than the crypto theists are, because I know everybody doesn't want to hear about cryptocurrency all day long, but people have opinions about pretty much everything. So it's pretty much, we're two different people. He's a little bit more conservative in his viewpoints. I'm a little bit more liberal in mine. And so, we have a good dialogue. We have a good interplay. And I'm thinking about bringing that show here to YouTube, a different channel, obviously, but bringing it here to YouTube, because I know everybody doesn't do Facebook. I just don't know what we would do with that channel beyond just the talking about things. How we would monetize it and stuff like that or whatever. I don't know, beyond if we can just get enough members and we would just run ads, I guess. But yeah, just do that. So if you're interested, follow me on Facebook. Come check me out and check out the conversation that I have with Barstow later on. But for those people who just came here, for cryptocurrency, I'm not knocking you. I love having you here. I love this space. I love the members, that have grown. I love the dialogues and relationships that I've built with some of you. And I'm looking forward, to growing. So even though we got a little bit of red in the market today, it's going to come back. We always come back, because this technology is the future. Cryptocurrency is the future, and I believe in the blockchain, and you should too. So like, subscribe, follow, ring the bell, and above all, respect the tech. Talk to you later, people.